For the past few months, my life with Clara had felt like walking on eggshells. We'd been married for 7 years, and the warmth that once defined our home had turned into a chilly, distant silence. She was always on her phone, a small smile playing on her lips, a smile I hadn't seen directed at me in a long, long time. Our conversations were short, purely functional. "Did you take out the trash? I'll be home late." It felt less like a marriage and more like we were just roommates. I tried, I really did. I suggested date nights, weekend getaways, anything to rekindle the spark. But she always had an excuse. "I'm too tired. I have to work." Each rejection was another small chip away at my heart. I remember one evening, I cooked her favorite meal, spaghetti carbonara. I lit candles, put on some soft music, hoping for a flicker of the old us. She walked in, glanced at the table and said, "Oh, I already ate." She didn't even look at me. She just dropped her bag and went straight to the bedroom, the door clicking shut behind her. I stood there in the flickering candlelight, the aroma of the food turning bitter in the air. The loneliness was suffocating. I started to wonder if I was the problem. Was I not interesting enough? Not successful enough? I started going to the gym more, reading books on self-improvement, trying to become the man I thought she wanted, but nothing changed. The distance only grew wider. Then, about 3 weeks ago, something shifted. It was sudden, like a storm clearing as quickly as it had arrived. One morning, I woke up to the smell of coffee and pancakes. Clara was in the kitchen, humming a cheerful tune. She turned and gave me a dazzling smile. "Morning, sleepyhead. I made you breakfast." I was stunned. This was the Clara I fell in love with. The one who'd leave little notes in my lunch. The one who'd surprise me with my favorite snacks. Over the next few days, it was like living in a dream. She was affectionate, touching my arm when she spoke, laughing at my dumb jokes. She'd call me in the middle of the day just to ask how I was doing. She initiated conversations about our future, talking about places we could travel to, even mentioning starting a family again, a topic that had been off limits for years. I was ecstatic. My heart, which had been guarded for so long, started to open up. I thought, this is it. We've turned a corner. She finally sees me again. She loves me. All my efforts had paid off. The late nights at the gym, the books I'd read, the painful self-doubt, it was all worth it to get her back. I felt like the luckiest man alive. The cold silence was replaced by warmth and laughter. Our home felt like a home again. I started sleeping better. I was more productive at work. I felt a lightness I hadn't felt in years. I told my best friend Mark that things were finally looking up. He was happy for me, but he had a cautious look in his eyes. Just ... be careful, man, he'd said. I brushed it off. He didn't see what I saw. He didn't feel the renewed love I felt. The illusion lasted for 2 wonderful weeks. It was a Tuesday evening. Clara had said she was going out for a girls' night with her friends. She gave me a long, passionate kiss before she left, whispering, "Don't wait up for me." I was floating on air. I decided to tidy up the living room a bit, just to be helpful. As I was fluffing the couch pillows, her tablet, which was wedged between the cushions, lit up. It was a notification. Normally, I would never look. I respected her privacy, and, more importantly, I trusted her. After the last few weeks, why wouldn't I? But the preview of the message caught my eye. It was from a name I didn't recognize. Alex. The message read, "Can't wait to have you all to myself tonight. The new place is almost ready for us." My blood ran cold. The air was sucked out of my lungs. I picked up the tablet, my hands trembling. Her password was our anniversary. The irony was like a punch to the gut. I opened her messaging app, and there it was. Not just one message, but months, years of them. A whole secret life laid bare. Alex wasn't a new fling. They had been together for almost 2 years. Messages were filled with I love yous, with plans, with shared jokes and intimate details of their life together. A life that I was completely oblivious to. I scrolled back, my heart hammering against my ribs. I saw messages from the night I made her favorite dinner. She had texted Alex. "Ugh, he's trying to be romantic again. So cringe. I'm just going to say I ate." My stomach churned. The memory of me standing alone in the candlelight, feeling inadequate, flashed in my mind. It wasn't about me at all, it was about him. Kept scrolling, a sick, morbid curiosity taking over. I found the messages from the last few weeks. The reason for her sudden kindness? Alex had been finalizing their new apartment. He was leaving his wife, and they were planning to move in together. Her affection, her smiles, the talk about our future, it was all an act. A performance to keep me placid and unsuspecting while she finalized her escape plan. One message from her to Alex stood out. I'm being extra nice to him. He's totally falling for it. It'll make it easier when I leave. He won't see it coming. Poor guy. Poor guy. The words echoed in my head. I wasn't a husband she was rediscovering her love for. It was an obstacle she was managing. A problem she was solving with fake smiles and empty kisses. The happiness I had felt was a carefully constructed lie. The love I thought we were rebuilding was a ghost. I felt a wave of nausea. I put the tablet down and walked to the bathroom, staring at my reflection in the mirror. I didn't recognize the man staring back. He looked hollow, his eyes filled with a pain so deep it was almost black. The past 2 years of my life, the self-doubt, the loneliness, the desperate attempts to fix our marriage, it all came crashing down on me. I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't the problem. Intuition had been screaming at me the whole time, but my hope had silenced it. I spent the rest of the night in a daze sitting on the couch in the dark, the glowing screen of the tablet illuminating the truth. When Clara came home around 2 a.m., humming happily, she switched on the light and jumped when she saw me. "Oh, you scared me. I told you not to wait up," she said, her voice bright and cheerful. I didn't say a word. I just looked at her. Her smile faltered, a flicker of confusion in her eyes. "Is everything okay?" she asked, her tone shifting slightly. I slowly reached over, picked up her tablet, and turned the screen towards her. Her face went pale. The color drained away, leaving a mask of pure shock and horror. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. The silence in the room was deafening, heavier than it had ever been. In that moment, there was no anger, no shouting, just a profound, bone-deep sadness and an odd sense of clarity. The man who had desperately tried to win back his wife's love was gone. The man who sat on that couch knew his worth. He knew he deserved more than lies and manipulation. The past few weeks hadn't been about her loving me again. They had been the final, cruelest chapter of her betrayal. But they were also, unintentionally, a gift. They showed me the absolute truth and freed me from the prison of false hope. The road ahead would be painful. I knew that. But for the first time in a long time, I also knew I was going to be okay. The charade was over. I was finally free. Thanks for watching our story today. If you've ever been through something similar, know that you are not alone and healing is possible. Remember to prioritize your own well-being and seek support when you need it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories. We'll see you in the next one.